Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm out of costume. I just moved into a new house. So, without further ado, welcome back to Hoard of the Dragon Queen on Crazy Questers.
Hi.
We're a little short-staffed tonight and dealing with, as usual, some technical difficulties.
That is true.
Yeah. So, without further ado, I will very not subtly, because of my super awesome, storytelling abilities, get right into it. No. Last time we found our adventurers, just working out, helping out some travelers and who were coming from Greenest and this and that. And they were finally setting down for the end of the day. Too bad that's not what I have planned for them.
Why not?
Because that's just not as fun.
Okay.
All right, let's take a peek here.
Kevin, you missed it. Derek's fucking us.
Nice. I mean, like,
No.
that normal? Or am I just thinking of the rhyme campaign? Just kidding.
No, that's what I normally do.
I know.
There it is. Okay. So as you had all stopped and were, gathering water at the river, everyone roll for perception. Oh, sorry. Let me get a strict ready. All right. So we got one perception. There they all are. They're a-coming.
Ooh, 21.
And Istrik got a crit.
Net 20,
X-Ray-
baby.
So X-Ray, you do see what looks like someone looking out of the woods. And as you get a really good look at the fact there's definitely a pair of eyes right there.
Do they look human?
They do look human, but as you get a really good look at them, they disappear again as an axe goes between them.
And I just look over at him. Now, did you actually see what happened? Or were you just feeling axy?
It's like, in the words of a grizzled cop, he just goes like, I had a beat on him.
So, your axe-throwing hand was itchy.
Yes. And I saw everything.
Well,
Everyone roll for initiative, and the good part is the stun of what just happened has caused a couple of them to accidentally reveal themselves.
your wording just made me think, oh shit, there's more.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
Or Sakura.
Oof.
She's gonna be pissed at me. I didn't roll much better. I rolled a 5 + 1.
And then I will have to get these two up, but that's easy. Here we go. So, as you guys think that you are getting away and starting to help these guys, escape. Oh, that is not the cultist I wanted. It took me to a very different kind of cultist. The kind that would have literally wrecked you guys in probably a heartbeat.
Well, I'm thankful that that was not the case.
It is now. 4 of them in the woods. All right. And there's the guard. All right. So you guys first get a surprise round thanks to the fact that these guys were shook. Sakura does not get one as her initiative was a crit fail. So instead of getting her surprise round, she doesn't lose her first turn. Instead loses her surprise round. So Istrik,
I'm letting her know right now. I'm like, I'm sorry, Shelby. She's like, oh no, did I die? I'm like, no, I just rolled a nat 1 for your initiative.
So Istrick leaps off the cart and goes just swinging into the woods after the guy that was right behind his first target. And guard, and misses. Oh wait, he gets 2 attacks. Great axe of lightning again. And misses again. Everyone else. Surprise round.
I'm going to throw off a where is it? 3rd level Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So that is
I'm gonna Thorn Whip.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to be firing off 4 rays and I'll
one
hit.
each?
Yeah.
All right. So Livy did the Thorn Whip first. So I'm assuming Livy, you aimed for this one. Yep, I saw your purple. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's probably the first Thorn Whip I've ever seen actually kill somebody.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Good for you, Liv. As you pull him forward, you hear the subtle crack of his neck as your whip just must have gripped just tight enough to just break that thing.
Hashtag choke me, daddy.
Oh god.
Giggity.
It's going to be one of those nights.
Oh yeah. All right, so Adam, where is your 4th ray going now?
Does one of the cultists look stronger than the others?
Roll perception.
I'm just waiting until yours is done, and then I obviously will move.
10.
So none of them look stronger.
Let's see. Then I will just fire off a second one at the way back one.
This guy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, roll for damage.
All right. Oh.
All right. So good news is because you rolled 2 for that guy, you did kill him. As you see 2 burning rays burst off into the trees, and you see someone stumble out of the woods. Their robes afire, and no point in their robes being afire because there's a hole in their chest.
Okay.
As the other one puts out the burn on his arm.
Sakura is going to use Toll of the Dead.
She does not get her surprise round.
Oh, damn.
Right, I said I'm gonna move in on that guy. Swing. It'll actually
That also means that what's his face? Adonis stands there stoically staring ahead.
well, I get 2 attacks, so I'm swinging again.
Yes. Second one hits. And as he puts out his robe, he just looks up just in time to get his head cleaved clean off
Ooh.
by a whirling staff of blades.
Yes.
All right. And with that, we start proper turn order with one guy left. Istrick will go first and swing his axe again and again. Second one connects. He was not raging, so it only did 9 damage. And although the guard was hit by a small amount of lightning damage, he is still alive.
So he's got more than 13 health. 14 health.
Yes. Oh, wait, that's right. You hit him with the thing.
Yeah.
My bad. He did. I did the damage for the cultist. I forgot the guard.
Ah. Yeah, no, I dealt 20 damage. I want my experience, thank you.
Yep, he did. So actually, there we go. All right. Well, that was fun, guys.
Yeah, that was a good warm up.
Yeah.
That was the whole encounter for tonight.
Yeah, that was it. That's everything I had
Good
planned.
night, everybody.
See you in 2 weeks. No, just kidding. God, that would suck.
So, as you guys get on conversating after, again, rescuing these people from any sort of, enemies, they bid you farewell and go join the larger mass of the caravan in hopes that the cultists will finally leave them alone.
That might be smart. I look
Yes.
over at Bayard and I'm just like, shouldn't we be trying to play catch up right now?
It's like, I don't know. Seems like you guys run into danger anyway.
Yes,
Any point in me going further ahead or way back?
to be in with the crowd, so that way they're less likely to try to strike out when we're alone.
I suppose. And as you guys are doing that, you move in, and you are, although on the back end of the camp, you are all camped now amongst the rest of the camp, or the rest of the caravan.
Alright. So Bade start passing out drinks.
Yep.
We're just
Everybody's having a good time.
I'm walking up to a couple of the people's carts that were broken. I'm just gonna put my hand on it and start mending everything. Just being a good citizen on my way.
Yep, you guys keep doing stuff like that. You're having a good time. And I need everybody to roll perception.
I clearly care more about my alcohol.
Well, Livy's got this.
All right. Okay. Livy and Sakura. So Adina and Sakura both. Oh wait, I'm supposed to roll for him.
Aiden.
Aiden, and Sakura both hear the just not screaming, but a sort of muffled sound off in the woods.
Are we going back to hashtag choke me daddy?
It's always hashtag choke me daddy.
It's a theme.
Right?
Anyways, I'm going to turn to the rest of my party, who the other two are kind of far away from me at this point, but I'm going to be like, hey, do you guys hear that?
And said, hear what? As I'm throwing my beer up in the air.
And I'm busy putting together like a cart, little guardrail. I'm like, I haven't heard a thing.
You don't hear that muffled sound off in the woods? Sounds like a person?
We should check that out.
Yeah.
I should think
Somebody-
so.
Somebody wandered off.
Sakura's gonna order Adonis to stay and guard the carts.
Okay. So
Onwards to catch up.
Yes.
there we go. All right. So as you guys get to the edge of camp, you begin to move towards the woods, and you see what looks like a cultist dragging something backwards into the woods.
I'm going to cast Command. So he's got to make a Wisdom save.
Okay. Four. Does that do it?
No. And as he's like slowly trying to walk away, my voice gets really deep and kind of reverberates, and I just say, grovel. And he falls down and goes prone.
Okay. He is now prone and basically bowing even though he failed to turn his whole body fast enough, so now he's sort of just groveling at the cart, like the back of it.
I look at Osiris and I'm just like, get him.
And as you see, what he was pulling, you see a commoner run from the woods, and all she does is run up to you like, please, save my child, save my daughter. Everyone.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, you can.
22.
Yeah, she couldn't be more honest. Her daughter was definitely taken into those woods by someone, most likely, with that cultist who is now groveling at the ground, who is trying to resist. By the way, he is like trying to get back up and grab his charge.
Well, I asked Osiris to actually fucking move, but he hasn't fucking done
bad.
shit.
Well, because we're not. I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna go and, like, I was gonna say, attempt to, like, grapple him.
Okay. All right. Go and roll for strength.
Oof, rough.
So
He is
upon
prone.
your-
He is prone.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he gets
go and roll with
advantage.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah. Wow, you beat the contest by 1. So, after he is trying to resist being groveled, but with your advantage on him, you are able to get his hands behind his back and tie him up.
Good.
What are you guys gonna do?
So I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, now. And I just take my axe up to his neck. What were you doing with this woman?
All sacrifices will be brought to the circle. And he just tries to ram his head on, or his neck onto your axe.
I assist him by swinging it at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage on a hand axe attack, I suppose.
22.
That'll hit. But it does not kill him, which is actually sadder.
That's actually perfect. So it
So
cut.
he is now he is definitely no longer under your command.
No, I mean, it only lasts for 1 turn technically, and all I told him to do was grovel, which makes him fall prone.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
now-
like him worship me or anything.
So now he is like groveling and grabbing at his own neck, trying to like stop himself from dying at this point.
Sakura just kind of like looks over and she's just like playing with her hand, kind of like channeling some necrotic magic. She just goes, "Don't worry. If he dies, I'll just bring him back."
Ooh. I mean,
I kind of want that to be like an intimidation, like she's threatening to just make his suffering never ending.
prolong. Yeah.
While this is all going on, thanks to the distraction of what's happening, I need you to roll for, or actually I need all 3 of you to roll for perception with disadvantage.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, roll again.
Ooh, that one.
7.
Yeah, so
Either way, I'm good.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Adine sees it coming, and Adine, you will completely avoid a sacred flame that comes flying from the hands of that acolyte. However, X-Ray and Osiris do not see the cultist who comes up and with advantage slashes at X-Ray. What's your AC?
17.
Ah, damn it. No point. So, barely glances off your armor, and you now find yourself in a fight. Roll initiative.
I'm doing really bad on my initiatives today.
That's all right. Okay. I will say this. I've decided that I really like the spellcasting setup for Roll20 when you do character sheets that way. But I like the character sheet overall on D&D Beyond. So it's very hard to decide where I want to go with this. Because every time I try to do a spell on D&D Beyond, instead of rolling it just like by showing me what it's doing, for the creatures, it just shows me the description of the freaking spell.
Oh,
It's like, that's
creatures,
not-
I only ever just use Roll20.
Yeah, see, that's probably what I should do. But it's so much easier to keep all these little like cubes open. All right. Anyway, so with initiative rolled, boom. Oh, and district, of course. And there we go. All right. Istrick will go first. So after seeing the Acolyte miss Aiden, he goes flying forward with his great axe again. And yeah, that Acolyte's gone. Yeah. So Acolyte dead.
Okay.
That was quick.
That's what she said.
Anywho, and then he decides to walk over and finish the job on the other guy. Somehow it's a tie.
Oh, but he's grappled. Don't forget that. Or he's tied up.
That is true. So he gets advantage on attacking him.
All right, one more swing then. Okay, never mind. He's not.
He gets decimated.
Yeah. So his head comes clean off, and then Istrick is now staring aggressively at the only remaining cultist. Almost in like an intimidation, like, you saw what I did, right? It's like the adult male version of like, Dad, did you see? Did you see? And Osiris, you're up.
All right. Well, yeah. Seeing that the one tried to attack X-Ray and like playing off his armor, I like roll around the back of X-Ray.
Okay.
I assumed one would miss, so.
Yeah. So first one missed. However, the second one, again, just a perfect cut. How do you want to do that?
So that's what, yeah, we're gonna say like, yeah, because he had tried to attack out, hanged off his armor. I roll around and like I just come up and like I'm gonna say that I just like go up through the side of his like whole torso
Jesus.
with the knife and just the blade and just like kind of like knock him over with my elbow.
All right. With that, yeah, you guys are out of initiative again.
All right.
So, let me get on to your next little tiny adventure.
So X-Ray is gonna ask, now which direction did they take your child? And how many of them were there?
One sec. I'm going to set up a little map for another tiny part of this adventure.
Okay.
Actually, this is perfect. Everyone roll for perception again.
18.
So, as you guys are, just chilling, yeah, Aiden and X-Ray, you both hear the sound of like a cart's wheels, moving.
Behind us, in front of us.
So that would be to the side, further into the woods.
I look over at Osiris. You should get your horse.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Will the horse listen to me if I whistle to it?
Worth a shot. Animal handling.
All right. 14.
Okay. So, as you whistle, what's already bursting out of the trees, as your horse comes running for you,
Oh boy.
so gallop, 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 yours comes running around the cart, you see bursting through the trees a cart with 2 tied up people on the back of it, and upon further inspection, roll for investigation.
8. Apparently on my investigation. So.
Are all of us rolling investigation, or just him?
Everyone who got a good, well, actually, yeah. Well, yeah, everybody roll investigation.
Yeah. Sakura got it done.
There you go. No, so you guys can see other people on the cart, but you know you're not really aware of who they are exactly.
All we see is tied up people.
Yeah, you saw the tied up people for sure.
All right.
And also the cart that just burst out of the woods in a frenzy after people just got kidnapped and went missing.
Perfect.
Just some safe assumptions to make, but
I'm going to cast command at the 3rd level, allowing me to command 3 of them at once.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna need you to ping exactly which ones you want to do that to.
The one steering, the one that could back it up, and then one of the guards back here.
Okay. What are you commanding them to do?
I'm going to say approach.
Okay.
So that it forces them to come to my direction.
So, obviously this doesn't happen like it looks, but they pull a full, like, Yui, dropping one of the people and one of the guards, and begin coming, and it's still full speed that they were going. Like, they burst out of the trees, literally. They are flying towards you.
Aiden, can you tremor them? And shake things up. I feel like I shouldn't burst them into flames.
I can do that if you'd like.
If you can knock the cart.
We'll have to wait till they're a bit closer.
Oh boy. With that, I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Roll
Word.
something.
Yeah, just choose whatever you want. Just roll it one time.
Just roll it and make sure you clicked on your icon when you did it. I don't know what it is, but it could be anything.
Woo! Sakura got a dirty 19.
Alright, also, each of those people... Oh, thank God. Okay. Those people took falling damage, but I wanted to see if it was going to be deadly for somebody. It wasn't. Alright, so... And then Istrick. Alright, did everybody roll?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, funny. The guard who fell is going to stand up, and then since he was the only one who wasn't commanded, he's going to throw a spear at you. More likely at your horse, but still. That is a 22. So yeah, he just hucked a spear at the horse that is running at your carriage right now.
Yep.
Which is actually your horse. Yeah. So
Yeah, I can control it. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay. So, I should probably give Bade a initiative as well because he got a crit fail. So it doesn't matter. Either way, so the horse is now going to receive 7 damage.
Okay.
All right. The acolyte, after it obeyed the command to approach, it realizes it's heading straight for, enemies, and decides to fire a sacred flame for this many. So, how far did sacred flame go again? I forget. Oh yeah, that's pretty far. And I believe I can reach who I want
Sacred
to.
flame is 60 feet.
Yes. Nope, I can't reach who I want to. Yes, I can. Yeah, so he fires that at Osiris.
Okay.
And Osiris, you're going to need to do a... Where'd it go? Dex save.
6.
You will take 10 radiant damage. What the? Oh, that's why I can't grab things. I was in the ruler still. All right. Oh, and since he is technically steering, yeah. He is careening towards you. Yeah, I'm not gonna. He wouldn't be dumb enough to literally drive right into your carriage, but he is now like doing a roll by.
Perfect.
Sakura.
So Sakura is going to stay exactly where she's at right now. So she's going to stay right by that rock by Aiden. And first thing she's going to do is she's going to order Adonis and go, "Oh, Adonis, darling, please deal with him." And Adonis is going to leap over onto their cart and attack that cultist.
Okay, Adonis will now need to do a athletics check.
21.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I lost him onto the cart. Fucking hate that. Okay. So 21 will do it. So as he leaps, he lands right in front of this guard and is going to do his normal attack at him.
21.
Yeah, it'll hit.
All right.
Wow. And he uses a shield, right?
Yeah, so it's one-handed.
So yeah. So that is a dead guard.
Well, he was attacking this guy.
Oh, that is a dead.
Because he was the
Guy.
one steering.
That's a dead acolyte. And as he loses it, the horses are just going to keep going if someone doesn't stop them now.
Since Adonis still has movement, can Sakura still tell him to do more?
So he's taken his action of attacking. He could try to stop them, but it's not going to be like a whole action. It's going to be like a free action. And it's not going to have like anything extra behind it.
Well, I was just going to command him to grab the girl and jump off.
Oh! Okay, so he can run over to her, but he may have to wait until his next turn to pick her up and jump.
Okay, so with that, while Sakura's like reaching out her hand, like telling him what to do, she casts Chill Touch at the other one next to the reins.
Okay.
Ugh, 13.
That is a miss.
All right. That is Sakura's turn.
All right. Istrick, as always, being ragey, just decides to run out full speed and throws his lightning axe. I'm just kidding. I forgot he has cool spell abilities. He fires the lightning at one of the horses.
Why the horse?
It must stop.
I can fix a cart. I can't fix a horse.
Yeah, right. That's it. Yeah, we're all just gonna become the horse collectors.
Well,
Yes.
you know the bear killer wasn't here, so now we're going to be horse killers.
That's right. Or just history.
You know how our druid friend feels about hurting the horses.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to try to persuade him?
Technically,
To
he's
enter the
already
cart?
taken the action at this point, so all she can do is be very upset at the moment.
Can I counter heal the horse?
You could. After.
On your turn.
It's still alive. So the horse is going to have to do a dex save. And if the horse does a dex save, I have a fun little way that the lightning will still hit something.
Well, because if it dodges, it hits the cart.
Exactly. Dex save. Holy shit, it worked. So the horse speeds up. And because this one doesn't, the cart becomes the primary target. The horse only takes half damage, which is 13. So it does take a pretty hefty hit. But the cart, seeing as it is an inanimate object and cannot take,
Halves?
dex saves, takes the full brunt of the damage, and you see the front end of this cart just burst in flames and lightning. This guy flies off. This guy and Adonis and the girl all just start to fall back as there's only 2 wheels left of this thing. And since the front end broke, these 2 are just running off with the thing between them is holding them together, but there's no connection to the carriage anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah. So they're just going off into their own thing as best friends. Continuing. Osiris, you're up.
All right. This side. Okay. Cyrus is going to of course.
Of course.
4, 5, 6. Oh, perfect. All right. And obviously get on the horse. And
Okay.
from here, I'm just going to. We're gonna cast Ray of Frost on this guy,
Okay.
hoping it works.
That is a miss.
Boo. Okay.
All right. Don't forget your warhorse, under your weight, can move 60 feet.
Good to know. Got it.
All right. So this guard who fell off first will take his fall damage. 2 damage. And then he will stand up and prepare his spear. Well, actually, there's too many people too far apart. He's going to throw his spear at Istrick and miss. Aiden, you're up.
I'm healing the horse.
This one right here?
Yeah.
All right. As you heal the horse, you also heal its state of mind, and it begins to calm. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
I'm gonna have a fucking farm after this.
Holy
Nat 20.
shit. So your animal handling is so amazing that this horse is able to convey how handled they are to this one. And they just stop and just chill. They're relaxed. They are handled, if you will.
They're my buddies now.
So you guys are going to get some more horses, apparently, which is great. No
We're
problem
gonna-
with having mobility on the battlefield.
Yeah.
We're
right.
gonna need armor for these things.
That
That's-
is available.
We can work on that on the road.
Yeah. All right. Aiden, you know what? I am going to give you a little bit of XP for that skill check. 'Cause that's something special. Wow, a couple of you are really
I
close.
told you don't mess with the horses.
Never mind, you guys aren't really close. It's all the people who are never here.
Of course.
They've been super close for a long time. All right, so continuing. X-Ray, you're up.
Okay, so X-Ray is just going to kind of like make his way around the cart.
Okay.
So is that like my full 6 movement just walking around that cart?
Yes.
All right, then. I can see that cultist off in the distance, so I just kind of shout out to him and just, "Hey, you!" Try to get his attention to look at me. Does he look?
This one over here.
Yeah, this
Or
one off
this
and this one off.
Oh, that one. Okay. He, after throwing a spirit district, looks over like, "What?"
Fuck you! And it just lights up with a sacred flame.
Jesus.
So he's got to make a dex save.
I will give you. He is going to do disadvantage on that because he got mildly distracted by just the curious, like, what? Why is this guy talking to me? Oh shit! Fire! Well, it didn't matter. He failed either way.
All right.
So
He takes 10 radiant
as
damage.
he gets distracted, he just hears "fuck you," and he's getting ready to be like, "Hey, fuck you!" And then as he does it, like the "fuck" comes out, and then his whole body's just immolated.
That's awesome.
I like how radiant damage immolates.
Well, it immolates in like holy fire because it is a sacred flame.
It is my blue fire from Odin.
Yes. I suppose. I mean, that's where we assume your magic is from, right?
I mean, cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a chosen god.
Yep.
28.
Do. I'm gonna end my turn.
All right. So with that, this guard, who is trying to, get control of the situation, turns around and attempts to spear, and successfully spears Adonis for 3 damage. Bade, you know what? I'm giving Bade a weapon, goddammit. Bade, after many of these trips and always ending up in situations like this, because he always seems to, with his offer of alcohol, he always seems to attract the most ludicrous of people. He now carries with him a heavy crossbow, and every once in a while, when he decides he's had enough, he pops that bad boy out.
It's like a +4 crossbow, like not game-breaking crossbow.
Yeah, no. So he is. Hang on one second.
It's the crossbow of dragon killing, didn't you know?
Yeah, right.
I will have to edit and make my own, commoner, essentially, and add a crossbow to them later. But here's his dex roll of 13, which misses.
He just
Either
got
way.
it.
Yeah, he just picked it up at the last stop. Like, this is new to him. I might even make him like a level 1 ranger later. He'll have the same stats as he always does. He'll just also finally have a weapon.
Perfect. We can make him our slave.
Right?
I mean, he's a bartender. He's really no man's slave. He knows all your dirt.
I can literally command him to do what I want.
He knows how to make drinks.
Sakura can literally kill him and make him an undead servant.
Sakura!
Hi! Sorry, I'm super fucking late.
Speak of the
Yeah.
devil.
All
Yeah,
right.
we were literally just talking about you.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So, welcome. You guys are in the midst of stopping an actual child trafficking.
Oh shit.
We're stopping it, not causing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on the good side this time.
Cool.
So, this guard, speaking of child trafficking,
Why are some people upside down?
because Adam had them turn around by using command. So, I had to turn their whole cart upside down to bring them back to you guys.
You know how much fun I'd have with that spell if I was a bard? Turn around every now and then.
Just keep them turning around over and over.
Turn
and
your
over.
ass back.
So, speaking of child trafficking, this guard up here is going to grab this commoner and begin, because he realizes they're caught, he is going to try to start running back into the woods. He can only move at half speed because he's carrying a child.
Well,
And then it is Sakura's turn.
Hi. I have no idea what's going on. Who am I attacking?
So currently, Adonis is about to save this child
Cool.
This is the back.
by jumping off of the carriage with her, because
Okay.
that's what Adam made you order him to do.
Perfect.
I got you.
So I'll do that real quick. So someone make him do an athletics check real quick, or acrobatics, because he's got to do a landing.
I mean, I can roll a dice, but I don't have his thing.
I do.
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Oof. All right, so they're both going to take 1d4 fall damage. Oh, thank God. It's only one. Okay. So he tumbled, but also he takes one damage at him. But the commoner is alive. The little girl is alive.
Is this person right here a bad person?
Yeah, that's the guard that is running away with a commoner right now.
Oh, I'm not gonna let that stand. How far away is he? I'm gonna have to move a little closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm gonna get in front of this cart here. 70 feet. I can work with that. What do I have?
Toll the Dead.
Yeah, for realsies.
Up 60 feet range.
Ooh! I need him to make an intelligence check.
Okay. I don't think a 9 passes, does it?
Nope or dopes. He takes 11 points of brain damage from Tasha's mind web.
Psychic damage.
His eyes roll back into his head as he falls to the ground dead.
Yes, you're welcome.
Just
She's late, so she's making up all of her damage right now.
I was about to say, just appears out of nowhere and murders and just kills a guy immediately. Like, we're done not having that shit.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
Is he the last bad guy?
Nope.
Wait, where are the other ones?
The only one left is up here.
Oh,
That
okay.
we know of.
Cool.
This is also like the third wave that we've been fighting.
Oh yeah.
Christ.
You guys, after this, you get a long rest. Don't worry.
So he says.
Yeah.
He's trying to get me to use Fireball, I swear.
Use all your spell slots.
I guess that's it.
All right.
How is Laramie?
The
Say
lizard.
what?
Laramie, my lizard.
You need to
The
really
Laramie
read
is
the
alive.
Discord.
No one has moved, so
No, Aiden's on him.
Is he hurt?
nope. The red is just to mark that you guys have tamed him.
Yeah, he's my lizard.
On top
Yeah,
of
we also
that,
we also picked up another horse.
yeah, you guys picked up 2 more horses actually,
Look at that.
because Adine crit rolled on a animal handling
Mountain
with this
Red.
one, so it affected this one.
Hell yeah.
So Istrik, realizing he cannot reach his axe and throw it at the guy up there, decides, you know what? I'll just handle this man to man, and he throws a normal hand axe at him.
23 a hit. Holy shit.
Yeah, doing 10 damage because he's not raging. So, yeah, this guy just has an axe buried in his chest, but he is like holding on to life for dear life. Like, there is no question as to his devotion to not dying at this second. And that's when Istrik throws a second one. Which the guy is like, I am gonna make it, and then it just nails him right between the eyes. and Istrik finishes the battle. You guys have saved 2 young girls and their mom.
Woot. I say I'm gonna ride over on the. Let's say a horse to pick that her up, but you got it.
I'm gonna walk up to the girls and check them for injuries.
Okay.
I'm going to go over to Laramie and give him some pets.
Okay. So basically, there is a horse for at least each of you guys now. like your own horses.
I say, if nobody takes them, I'm tying them up on leads.
I have my lizard.
Because I can just lead one behind me or with me.
Yep. So we have 3 horses and a lizard. So basically, everyone but Istrick and
Adonis.
Adonis now has
Well,
a horse.
somebody has to drive the other cart.
Right.
So
Can we put 2 horses at the front of each cart?
you can. So this is now. I'll do it. This I'm guessing. So Adina, you seem to want, or Aiden, you seem to have your own. Adonis is going to sit on the back of this cart, looking menacing and, mindless. Mom comes up to you, X-Ray, and is just like, I don't mean to ask for more favors in light of all this, but do you possibly know a way to repair the cart?
Possibly. What? Let me see.
I don't have mend.
Well, I'm gonna walk over and now I apologize, but I must pray. And before I start mending, I sit there and kind of do just like a little prayer. And I take my axe and I throw it into the ground right next to it and then put my hands kind of like very aggressively onto the cart.
All right.
And then I cast mending.
The cart. Okay, roll a religion check.
With advantage because I prayed first?
Yes. Let's see how epic this repair goes. So as if you had drawn the carriage from the wood itself around, the pieces seem to float into perfect placement, into working order again.
Perfect.
And one of the horses that, you guys were just using for one of the carriages, through all the confusion of all the new horses and the one lizard, you guys find yourselves, looking at one of Bade's horses being taken away.
Has Bade noticed?
Bade has noticed, and he is looking at all of you like, you're giving me one of these at the end. Just know that.
We can reimburse you. They have to get on the way.
Yes.
We'll cut a day's pay, and we'll call it good.
Call it community service.
Yeah.
Maybe we can teach you how to use your crossbow.
Ooh.
I wouldn't have to use my crossbow if I quit hiring people like you guys.
Actually, you wouldn't have to use your crossbow if you didn't go on dangerous journeys through lands filled with monsters that you can't light fires at night.
I second that motion.
Food for thought, and I just move on.
He just looks at you like, the money's good.
Yes, but that's also why you have to pay us.
All right. Let's get moving. We keep falling behind because of you guys.
It's role playing. I thought you liked that.
It's literally a role-playing game.
I know. That's the joke.
I'm
It's
into
like-
it.
All right. So, so you've just gotten done, or you've just arrived at the first stop. The caravan is all parked. Everyone is just kind of, sitting still, essentially. They're done running around. They're done freaking out. They're just there. And at the first stop, nothing happens. Nothing of note. Everyone's just relaxed. You're sitting with this mother and her 2 daughters, and you're asking, or you're talking to her about, what's happened and things like that, and why you definitely are not the heroes from Greenest. That they definitely don't recognize.
I would like to loot the bods.
Loot the bods.
So as this is the first stop, that is acceptable. Go ahead and roll for investigation.
Woo! 22, baby.
All right. So, amongst their belongings, their spears and scimitars, and the acolytes, several, level 1 spell scrolls.
I will take some of those.
Yeah, we'll take those. How many?
All right. So with a 22, Sakura, you get first pick, but there's a total of 10. There are 6 sacred flame scrolls.
6.
I'm sorry, that's a cantrip. I said level 1, so I will deliver on my promise. 6
Oh.
sanctuary scrolls.
Wait, oh god, hold on, I'm writing this down.
Gotcha.
Sanctuary. Okay.
1 bless scroll. And 3 cure wound scrolls. X-Ray, now that she has kind of rifled through the majority of them, go ahead and roll for investigation.
4.
Oof. So yeah, you find just scribbled papers. You open a scroll, one scroll that you're super sure about, and it turns out it was literally just a badly written poem.
Can you read the poem out to us?
Wow.
Tiamat loves me. She loves me a bunch. That's why she always puts Skippy in my lunch.
Wow.
That was creative.
Alright. Is there anything else besides the scrolls? Or just the scrolls?
No, just the scrolls.
Okay.
The rest of them are just carrying their basic weapons. They don't have a lot of money because, they were chasing their intended targets from Greenest.
Do they have any money at all?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. I'm gonna take 3 of the sanctuary scrolls, and I'm gonna walk over to X-Ray and be like, "Here, I found these. I thought you might want them."
Oh, thank you. I can study them. Hey, I actually found this quite a bit ago, and I don't think I'll have a use for it. And I hand Sakura a potion.
Oh, what is it?
From what I can recollect, it's supposed to help you with animals.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually a potion of animal friendship.
Nice.
Thanks.
So I'll tell you guys, as you are getting ready to take off, everyone roll for perception for me real quick.
Like, did we rest or?
Yeah, you
I
got-
nat 20. I nat 20 for a 24.
Nice.
And what did you say on that one?
So you guys get a long rest, first of all, and second of all, so Sakura, you hear without a doubt the little girl talking with joy, even though she just escaped a kidnapping. Joy. She heard the cultists say that they know they need to keep their eyes out because the heroes from Greenest are in the caravan somewhere.
Oh, shit.
They don't know where they are. They said to keep your eyes out for anybody. I believe the words were uppity do-gooders.
Oh, shit.
I
That little
feel
girl
like I should be offended by that, but
The little girl is so excited because she's like, they're here, they're here.
Giving my pirate history, I feel like I'm happy because it's the first time I've been told I did good.
I'm gonna smack Osiris in the back of the head and be like, "Shh, we're undercover."
Question: does the horse heal during a long rest?
Yes.
Cool.
I would give all the horses full health.
Boop, boop.
If you give them barding, I'll also give them higher ACs, but that's later. Barding is just animal armor.
Yeah.
You can apply it to any animal.
Are you sure
It's
it's
all-
not we give them each a lute, a drum, and see how it goes?
I mean, it can't go any worse than just giving strangers those instruments.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, also, well, I can't talk about it on this stream. But basically, I sicked a permanent assassin on the other party.
Oh boy.
They don't watch this one.
I know. because they're not supposed to. But I know they probably do. I'm aware that there's a chance. So that's why I don't do the same encounters for you guys that I do for them.
All right.
I'm gonna say the information that I heard. I'm just gonna be like, guys,
Yes.
I think the cultists know that we're here.
Ooh, speaking of recognition, can all of you roll a charisma check for me real quick?
God.
Charisma save or just regular?
Yeah. Charisma save.
Well,
22.
Wow.
Living nat 20.
Weird.
Suck it.
So
Hey.
Osiris is about as charismatic of a can of Coca-Cola, and the rest of us can literally get with supermodels right now.
Yeah. So, that's all I need to know. It's not going to affect anything right now. It's just it's part of a side mission later.
oh boy.
Great. Yeah, they don't know where the heroes from Greenest are, but they know that they're in the party.
I mean,
So-
are we being called heroes? I'm fairly certain I killed some civilians at some point.
I mean, you definitely did, but they might not know that.
They
Uh,
might- they're
So
That
we
may
should
have been forgotten
probably
when the dragon was taken out of the sky.
we should probably up our disguises a little bit.
I mean, if we
Good,
change
because
things
they're
up
like a
now,
different gender, you know.
I mean, we're kind of well known as the defenders of the beer cart right now. So if
Yeah,
we change
I
up
mean, I
too
guess
much, it'll
Maybe
be
not
suspicious.
like a lot, but just like enough to be.
Don't
Not
maybe don't use our normal tactics. Swap
Well-
things up.
Yeah, I mean the only spells I have are death and destruction, so unfortunately that's a little hard for me to change.
I just like hold a firebolt in my hand. I'm like, I can shoot straight fire, not just, radiant fire.
Can you do other elements?
Sadly, I was not blessed with that.
Okay. I mean I got some of these spells. I could use those. Maybe seem like I'm not what I am really.
Well, I feel like as long as we're not talking about that we've been to Greenest.
Yes. I guess for all intents and purposes we've never even heard of the town.
No, actually, we've been working around Baldur's Gate for quite a while now.
Right.
On the outskirts towns.
Totally sounds right. Yeah.
Aiden,
Also-
you're quite quiet. Do your balls itch?
Oddly enough, they do.
Yes, it's a condition. It's chronic.
I have a blessed scroll spell. Does anybody want it? Does anybody want it that doesn't have that spell?
I think I'm the only one that might already have it.
Okay.
But
I'm
Sakura, is there a way that you can attempt to put that in some sort of book and you can actually keep it? Or is this
I-
outside of her class thing?
If she's a wizard, she can do it. Otherwise,
Yeah, I'm a wizard. I'm not a sorcerer.
Oh shit. Then yeah. If it's considered a wizard spell,
It is not.
then no.
What about the sanctuary spells?
Cleric.
Is it
Um,
only a cleric spell though?
Yes.
Oh,
What about blessed?
Cleric.
Okay, so I can't save any of them.
Okay.
not these ones, no. But later on, this might come in handy. Just not this specific situation.
Technically, if you
okay,
took the
well-
feat that did spell initiate and you chose cleric, you would actually have access to those spells then at that point and could do it.
I don't heal people. I bring them back from the dead. There's a difference.
Mm, potato, potato, because I've also brought people back from the dead.
Yeah, but yours are like the same as they are before. Mine are not.
Yes, but how?
Mine are
What
a
kind
little
of
bit.
worse? You don't hide yourself.
One of yours comes back with a beating heart.
Yeah. Like mine have lungs, but they don't use them. You know what I mean? I guess I'll keep these scrolls for myself, just in case I need to change it up, look a little less creepy.
Anyone ever's like, hey, we saw you doing necromancy. What are you talking about? Bless.
Yep. Cure wounds.
I just use scrolls.
Sanctuary. Yeah, I'll just do
Actually,
that.
Sanctuary is going to be very helpful for you.
I don't even. What does it do? I don't know what it does.
Oh, Sanctuary is the spell that I do that you ward a creature against attacks until the spell ends. Any creature who targets a warded creature has to do a wisdom save. That's the spell that I use to make it so people have to do a wisdom save before they can touch me. But if you do any type of attack action, yeah,
So that would be put on myself if like we're in a situation where like a fighter is attacking us, or
and you need to run away, and you can't cast spells, you can't do attacks.
Perf. Okay. Well, I have 3 of those, so perf. Yeah. So we might want to be a little bit more on the DL. Just, I guess, just saying.
We'll have to be careful. When we find Goons, wherever he was, we'll have to let him know as well.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's kind of hard to miss, but if he changes it up enough, you know, there's a lot of gnomes in the world, right?
I mean, he's already so good at hiding, we have no idea where the hell he is right now.
That's honestly really true. Like, really, really true.
It's mildly concerning.
A little bit. I feel like we might have accidentally left him somewhere, and he doesn't really know that we're gone, maybe.
That'd actually be really funny.
Maybe he got left at a bar.
Or something.
Yeah.
No,
You'd find
I've already decided
Where's
how
the
he's gonna
message?
come back.
Okay, well, we won't touch on that then.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
I already have decided on how he'll come back.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you weren't sure if he was coming back.
Well, that is also true, but that's more in like the conversation. But when he does, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be actually a bit intense.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. So, as you guys can see, you're all just chilling around the campfire with your employer. It's nighttime. You guys have just stopped. And everyone roll a constitution save.
Con save.
We getting drunk?
Sure.
Oh no, I rolled a 7.
11.
We getting real boozy.
Right.
Ooh, this will be fun.
I'm used to handling it.
Okay,
This
so Aiden and Osiris,
Oh.
as the night falls, you notice that all of your party members. What did you roll?
I rolled an
Sakura?
18.
She rolled a 7.
7, yeah. So,
Oh, I rolled a 7, yeah.
is anyone here immune to sleep?
Yeah.
Magical sleep.
Me.
I don't.
Nope.
Oh wait, not me.
You are?
I have advantage against being charmed, and magic cannot put me to sleep.
God damn it. Okay, so only Istrik is asleep then.
We're just like, oh, that's normal.
He's passed out drunk.
And
Yeah.
Gabe just pass out. And Adonis is, Adonis. He's just there. So, you four, I need you all to roll strength saves now.
Strength? Oh no.
Ooh.
I have a neggy on that
4.
one. Oh no. I rolled an 8.
All right.
Oh no.
The clearing of the throat.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, we're gonna shit right.
Exactly how I hoped it would go, honestly. So, you're in a dreamlike state, and 6 men seem to be around you, and they've tied up all of you except Osiris, who is struggling and definitely not getting tied up. But as conversation goes on, you begin to realize that they are talking about events that you definitely know about. And that's why I need you all to roll one more con save. Oh.
Oh.
I rolled an 11.
I did as well.
And is that Osiris' 15? Yes, it
Yes,
is.
my 15.
As you are all being questioned, you all, without fail, tell a very detailed account of your time in Greenest.
Wait, what? What are they doing to us?
Aiden, roll perception with disadvantage, though. Oh, there we go. Aiden, you, with your bit of time playing with your herbalism kit, have learned in the books of a few different strange concoctions, let's say. One of which you recognize gives off a purplish gray smoke when thrown into a fire pit. And that's when you personally remember, unfortunately too late, that you guys didn't set up this fire pit. You assumed Bade did, but you didn't see it happen. As the smoke begins to become purpler and hazier and it begins to spread, you feel the overwhelming urge to keep telling the truth.
Oh, what the fuck? Can we make a wisdom save to fight it?
In a minute. So you give these 6 men, and even Osiris, who is physically fighting them off from tying him up.
I'm about
Like,
to
this is going to be funny, actually, because when I reveal these guys, there's a hilarious scenario that's taking place.
The first one that dies, I'm going to turn it into an undead. Just really
So,
fuck with them.
there is one cultist quietly tying up your sleeping friends. Axray, Aiden, and Sakura, you've been tied up, and the cultist does seem nervous about Adonis, but once you realize that Adonis doesn't really move unless ordered, he kind of just stopped paying attention to him.
So we can see their cultist.
Yes, you can now.
Are we-
Osiris.
Yeah.
You are, even though you're giving a very detailed and angry account of how you tried to, you beat the crap out of a half-dragon, / got your ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both.
There's a partial truth there.
Yeah, there's a partial truth there. You're talking about how you dueled a half-dragon by yourself as you're still struggling to not let them tie you up.
So we're tied up, but that's
Yeah.
it, right?
That's it.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to channel my divinity and use Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Cause Fear, which is only verbal. So I need all of the cultists to make a wisdom save.
And I need them to make a constitution save.
Well, shit. This just got it.
Yeah, I like this.
Thank you.
These are wisdom and con.
Yep.
All right, I'll go left, right, top, bottom. Here we go.
We're going dark and light. I like it.
Yep.
Oh god, I'm so scared. It's so bright.
I hate you. Oh no, I can't see anything.
All right. So to do maximum damage together, you said cause fear. Okay, so this one failed hard. So he is definitely afraid of Sakura now. He just like stepped back. He's like, oh god. And now he's aware of the same aura getting off from Adonis. He's like, oh god. He just starts backing up. What
No.
was the save on your roll? Or on your
Me?
spell? Yeah.
15.
15. Okay, so this guy resisted it. This guy spat in your direction. He crit succeeded. Unfazed and even feels like you insulted him by even trying. However, the two that were grappling with Osiris are now momentarily paused, which gives Osiris an attack of opportunity on each of them. with his fists.
Okay.
And
So
then
my
we'll get-
dawn is holding up.
Yeah. That is slowly building, and as they all begin to like react to the fear, that is when shit's gonna get real in a different way.
Okay.
So, wow. So the first one missed. Second one, however, you struck him square in the face for 5 damage.
I'm gonna, like I go to like swing at the guy. I don't know which one you did damage on. I assume the left one I missed.
The right one.
The right one I missed. Okay, so like I go to like elbow and miss, but I come back with a hook and just hit the left guy on the left.
So you are free. You'll have to pull out your weapon if you want to attack after this, or attack with it after this. But you all were disarmed. Your stuff was sheathed because you were at a campfire, relaxing, which is part of the effect of the serum. X-Ray. Now to go through yours. So fun stuff. So this guy who is terrified, just failed completely. So he will receive
14.
where's the damage? 14? Okay, so as he begins to back up, he is just obliterated by the light. Blinded by the light to death. The same goes for this one, who just got done, hilariously, tying up Istrik and the other guy, and Bade. So he just got done tying them up, and then he just sort of disappeared out of existence. This guy only took half damage. And then the rest of them, yeah. So that's hilarious. That was pointless to even let Osiris get an attack of opportunity, because that guy crit failed. He doesn't exist
Basically-
anymore.
The second that the first guy drops, I'm gonna turn to Adonis and be like, "Cut me free."
Okay, so the moment that all 5 of them just disappeared out of existence, and this last one just realized he went from being outnumbering you guys to being 1v7. And Sakura is now free. Everyone
Right.
roll initiative, even though, well, your choice. You
Wait,
roll.
before we roll initiative, I wanted to immediately cast Animate Dead on this guy right here.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll allow that. That could
Alright.
be interesting.
I'm going to cast command on him.
On this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's now
So
standing
what
there.
was the point of initiative? Just kidding.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
no point in initiative. This is more going in the roleplay direction, apparently.
Yeah.
So the guy right here he pretty much was like on the floor, and then I wanna basically, like, as I'm about to cast Animate Dead, I'm just gonna be like, "I told you I'd bring them back from the dead. Don't you listen?" And then I'm like, and then basically he just like you know, have y'all seen Steven Universe?
Yes.
At the very end, when White Diamond is like controlling them and they look like little marionette puppets, that's basically what his body does when he comes up from the ground. And he just stares at his before friend.
So, and for my command, I'm going to still be tied up, just sitting there, and I'm going to look at the one behind Aiden and just tell him to present his neck and grovel.
So present his neck is too specific.
No, grovel.
Just grovel, yeah. So he will grovel, and as he does, I will let this play out. The other cultist walks over, barely lifts his scimitar, and it drops more like just a weight falling, and takes the guy's head clean off.
How to
That
stop
was-
combat before it happens.
Yes, that went very differently than I expected it to. Mostly because my intention was to make you chase them because they were going to figure out who you were and then run off with that information.
Well, they're not anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to lift my arms up to Osiris and be like, are you going to cut us free, or are you just going to sit there and be a drunk all night?
I'm gonna
Nice.
tell
Nice
Adonis to go cut Istrick free.
Yeah, I got X-ray in.
Okay.
X-ray is gonna go over and cut Aiden free.
That works. Yeah,
And
and
then-
this one will not stick around like Adonis.
And then I'm just gonna like pat the shoulder of the newly animated dead person, and I'm just gonna be like, "You guys really should be more afraid of me. I mean, really."
Should we be afraid of you? Because you are very nice to us now.
I mean, I could be not nice, and I could do that.
I could also obliterate every undead within a certain radius of me. But
That's
I don't
true,
do
but it
that.
wouldn't hurt me,
I could.
but you wouldn't.
You know me too well.
So as Istrick and Bade begin to wake up, I'm assuming you guys inform them of what happened?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take all the bodies and just throw them onto the burn pit and then just cast a couple firebolts in there to make it bigger.
Wait, loot the bods! Loot the bods!
Roll investigation with disadvantage. You got to now do it faster than they
God.
all stack the bodies.
Alright, that one was a 23.
Okay, that's
She's
good.
got
That
it.
one was a 15.
I'll take it. So you, right there, at the end of the night, find a ledger full of hunting records. Roll for... what would be a good one for that?
Insight. Because you're trying to think into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look at. I'm seeing if there's a different one that I would go with. But yeah, insight's probably your best bet.
Okay. Oh god, my pen. I'm writing too fast.
Broke everything.
Ooh, not awesome. A 10?
It's good enough to understand a basic ledger. Instead of this ledger talking about incomes and outcomes of gold and things like that out of a bank account, you notice that it talks about hunting game. 3 beavers, 2 bears, 1 deer, things like that. And you begin to notice that it also has a feeding schedule. And that's all you really pick up on.
Oh god. I bet
It's
you it's for the fucking dragon.
Which one?
Probably the big one.
It's sleeping. It's so cute. It's asleep. Which head?
Fuck. So the cultists have the dragon.
We have not heard anything of them being in possession of a certain dragon. We know that there are dragon cultists.
Right, but why would they need a feeding schedule and a
I mean,
record
they've had a couple what did you call them? Assault drakes and
Drakes.
Yeah.
I mean, those still eat quite a bit of meat.
All right. With that, you guys get another long rest
Wee.
as I set up the rest of the the next day map.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to be adding all these mounts, but
Oh, my lizard!
All right, so you guys can decide where you want. Oh yeah, I need to give. So these are all now copies of Warhorse, which means that I'm going to add control to who claimed these other ones.
I
I know-
claimed nothing. Aiden is the one that technically got them.
Okay, so is X-Ray getting his own mount or not?
Axler has to shut up and drive the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
If no one else is going to take that last mount, I'm just going to tie a lead to it with my other one. With the
Okay.
rope.
Then in that case,
Or attached to the cart. Either way.
well, actually, I was going to say, if nothing else, Istrick will just.
Or Istrick can take it.
Also, I have that newly animated dead for 24 hours. And then I'm
Okay.
just gonna let him go.
All right. Well, he'll probably actually come in use.
He's not important to me, but we'll bring him along while we have him.
And you just hear me off in the distance. As long as he doesn't begin to smell. If he starts to get putrid, I might just end his suffering early.
Did Adonis get putrid?
He is a little different.
How do you know?
Because it's been like a week, and he still has all of his flesh.
I mean, I'm just a really great caretaker of dead bodies.
I do not doubt your mortuary skills.
Thank you.
I'm just proposing.
You're proposing?
What?
Not in that man. I'm a man of the cloth.
You guys really don't have like a lead in to this like plot, huh? You're just rolling right into it.
Like, dang, at least take her to dinner first, you know?
Who needs courtship?
I'm just sitting here going like, because this is still like, even though X-Ray's 120 years old, the only females he's really interacted with are these sisters at the church.
That's boring. Live a little.
Forgive me. That life is all I've known.
Well,
As you all wake up, Bade is unusually in a hurry, and he basically says, like, sorry guys, I don't really want to wait for whatever is coming after you today. So, let's go. And before he even gets the words out of his mouth, you literally see two winged kobolds swoop around from behind, like, a pair of trees.
Jesus.
From the other side of the river. Winged kobolds. And they both drop rocks in your general direction.
That's rude. I need this one to make a wisdom save. I'm sorry, an intelligence save. I apologize.
Right after we find out if he hit you with a rock.
Okay.
AC? Nope, never mind. That is a crit fail. Yeah, you can... Whatever it is, he failed. What were you trying to do?
His intelligence save was a crit fail?
Well, his dropping of a rock was a crit fail, so
okay.
He grabbed too big of a rock, disoriented himself, and while restabilizing, got hit by whatever it is you did.
Cool. I used Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay, so yeah.
It's 9 points of brain damage.
Bam.
That's a new type of damage. Nothing to do with psychic.
Nope. It's the whole
Literally.
physical brain damage.
All right. And aside from that, and actually, hang on, I gotta throw the second rock at you too. Oh, and that one just missed. All right. And as she's dealing with that, you guys see bursting from the tree line a guard drake.
X-Ray's just gonna stand up on the cart real quick and be like, just one morning I would like to wake up and not have to slaughter a bunch of creatures.
I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, you guys haven't even taken off, so you're all on your horses, but there is no like speed parameter to this map right now. So you guys are basically just, the carriages will begin to move like 5 foot more in speed every turn. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much just a free-for-all. And then Bade will use the initiative of a warhorse, because the only thing he's doing is firing a crossbow and using a warhorse.
I rolled a 10 for initiative.
All right.
But our old initiative is still up there.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. So, Sakura, 10. All right. Who's the copy of Warhorse?
Oh, it was probably me. I probably accidentally clicked on the warhorse when I rolled.
Okay, so you got a 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Sakura got a 10, blah, blah, blah. Aiden got a 16. Bade got an 11. Yep, everybody's on the board, I believe. Yep. All right, so Istrik, of course, seeing anything to hunt, immediately pulls his horse over to, like, attack this thing and does a swinging to the right move with his great axe. And the guard drake's AC is low enough. Thing takes 9 lightning damage. Or 9 damage total. Some of which is lightning damage. God damn it, where are my guard drakes? I know I had them up here. There they are. 9. Cool. Anyway, continuing. I got one more great axe of lightning, and that one misses. And Osiris, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm obviously seeing that, we gotta go take care of that. I'm gonna grab both of us. Boop.
Use your mouse
Whatever.
and you can grab both.
Yeah, I was trying to. And then I'm gonna come up and try and attack at the same time.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. We'll just go for the once.
Ooh, I should come up with a rule for this.
Mounted combat.
Like I've checked out the mounted combat rules and I don't like them. Much like the whole like tiebreaker thing, I don't like.
Yeah.
I think the best for mounted combat would just be like normal gameplay. Flanking would still be flanking, but if you're gonna do like a drive-by type thing, you can't get advantage, but if you hit, you could do like an extra die of damage.
That'd be fair.
Maybe you need to be like disadvantage, but possible extra attack. So by choosing to like ride by, like to keep going.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna hold on to that. You guys do that at will if you wish to give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So yeah.
14 is a tie actually. So as you go to hit him, you see his tail come swinging out. What's your AC?
17.
All right. So as you go to hit him, he, like as a drake does, swings around the blade, and you see his tail swat you in across the face for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
I think that's an improvement.
Right. Can I
Got
still
it.
take my second attack? Or
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
aha! All right.
That is a hit. So as you get hit by the tail, you bring down your blade and do another 7 damage to him. All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay. The only living wing kobold swoops in and does a drive-by rock drop. I'm going to use my own new rule. Disadvantage. Crit fail. So as he does that, he disorients himself, and I'm about to make this funny for me. I'm sorry. I know this isn't supposed to be just the Derek show, but he's flying towards a carriage as he fails to drop a rock. I just got to do it. He's just going to take 1d8 as he rolls under the wheel. Okay, it's only 2 damage. It's not even that big of a deal. Still funny.
But is he prone now?
He is now on the ground and prone, yes. So he basically rolled under the cart and popped out over here, like from a sliding standpoint. And since you guys aren't rolling yet, yeah, he didn't like go rolling under the wheel. He just smacked through the wheels as he went. And the guard drake. Guard drake attempts to bite and tail. Oh, that felt good.
Bless you.
Thank you. Bite and tail whip against. The bite goes for Osiris, but his AC is too high. But the tail whip smacks Istrick for 5 HP. Okay. All right. Aiden.
And she's just eerily silent.
Yeah.
She's muted her mic.
No, it said she's not muted.
I can't hear her at all.
We can't hear.
So it's not just. Huh. That might just be her VDO.
Well, she's doing entangle on the.
We can roll with
On
that.
that guy right there.
Yeah.
So as he slides into the dirt, he attempts to get up. I'm gonna make this disadvantage because of the way it happened. So, yep. Oh, it doesn't matter if I did disadvantage. Yeah. So he then has vines holding him to the ground. And anything else, Aiden? All right. Bade will pick up his crossbow and fire it and miss. Sakura.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna cast a ray of sickness on that boy.
All right.
Does a 25 hit?
Yeah, okay. Even through the barbs of the wheels, you just see this
What?
blue of death. How much?
Dos.
Is it 1 or 2?
Dos.
I hate it.
All right. So yeah, his as he's pinned by the vines, he feels a cough, just a horrible death smell go by. As
You know when you like burp and sometimes like
yeah,
accidentally a
that's
little bit of
basically what
vomit?
he smelled.
a little bit of stomach acid, burn. That's what those 2 points of damage were.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Anything else?
Oh, right now, no. I'm gonna just keep Adonis on the cart.
And the other guy?
Oh shit! Forgot I had another.
Another guy that you don't even care about. He
Don't
can
even
just
Right,
go.
that's exhibit.
Yeah, fucking. I'm gonna tell him to check that fucking cobalt right there.
There we go. All right, so he just literally lumbers off of the carriage, very slowly walks over to this guy. Probably the most horrifying moment of his life because just this slow-moving thing.
I'm just gonna look over at X-Ray and just be like, they're really wobbly when they're fresh, you know.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit the hand axe, but
No, I don't.
What do you do?
doing the math myself, that's gonna hit. So yeah. So again, another just drop weight of a scimitar. He's dead.
All right. Can I tell him to get back up on the cart?
You might have to help him because when you say it, he immediately just walks into the side of the not moving.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna. Oh, I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, they're so fresh. I forgot how fresh they were.
I just picture Hey from Moana just walking into the wall.
Yep. Oh, so fresh.
Does my turn get skipped?
Oh shit! Where did your turn happen?
It wasn't.
It
Oh, right.
didn't happen.
That's my bad. She was still doing her thing with the dead guy, and I was like, okay, that's done. Skip next turn. X-Ray, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere over by the guard drake.
Oh my god! On the guard drake?
So I'm going to put it right back here because it has to. It says it has to cast it on. Yeah, and on. Hold on.
So we're just lighting the woods. All right.
Yep.
We won't get noticed. We'll just start forest fires.
Like those woods.
Are you guys sure the heroes of Greenest are here? There's literally a section of the woods on fire where we sent that one guard drake and 2 winged kobolds.
There's
What do
so
you
many
think?
dead bodies and just.
Well, so They have to make a deck save.
Yep. And he made it. He did not make it.
So he's taking 5 on that. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to ram it into him, so he'll have to make a deck save again.
Okay. Deck save. Still failed. Another 5.
Well, no, I rolled again.
2 damage. Okay.
9.
All right. Minus 4 more. Okay. Holy shit.
And
14. There we go.
I'm going to take a step back and pull her little zombie up onto the cart.
You just see this like dead look in his eyes. He doesn't even realize he's being helped.
And that's my turn.
All right. So Istrik is going to do his Istricky thing. He's tired of missing, and he goes into a rage. Wow, that worked out great.
Wow.
So yeah, so a total of... Okay, so we got 23, 30, 33, 38. Okay, I'm just gonna... You guys know. I'm gonna move this guy just so I can put an X on him.
You do?
Oh, I cannot zoom out the map or zoom in the map enough to get that to work from that angle.
Mm.
It's really annoying. But yeah. The Guard Drake, after getting hit with 1 massive crit slash, does not need a second one because he is dead. And because that's a critical, Istrik gets all of the XP for that one. There we go. All right. Everyone can exit initiative as everything is dead again.
All right. I take my flaming sphere and I just extinguish it.
All right. Are we looting bodies before the carriages take off?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for investigation and tell me what body you're aiming at. Highest 3 rolls get their picks.
I say I'm gonna go to obviously for the guard tree.
Pull. We're gonna need 2 more.
Oh god, what am I? I'm sorry.
Investigation.
I rolled a 6. Sorry, I rolled a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, so which body do you want to check?
They're all gone.
That's okay. There were 2 wing kobolds and a guard drake.
I'll check the wing cobalt that I killed that was over here, I guess.
Okay. So as you find his body, you know, after you mind whip him to stupidness. Oh, there we go. You find on top of, you know, the other nonsense that kobolds tend to carry, little tiny totems of dragon heads and things like that, and junk weapons that are essentially breaking in your hands, you find a list of cult rankings. Crudely written, very crudely, but with very clear points that, you know, there is a hierarchy, and the people in purple, as you guys already knew, are the big dogs.
Ooh, we already killed some of the big dogs.
Yep.
Huzzah!
All right.
Next up would be Osiris with his 9.
Yeah.
Yes. Cyrus, which body do you want to search?
I was going after the Drake since I was right there.
So I'm going to need you to roll a nature check.
3.
So you do not successfully pry off any scales and in fact damage the hide.
Boo.
Boo!
All right. All right, so you guys are done with that section. So there we go. Okay, so, and then Aiden, I'm sorry, you don't get to search anything. X-Ray.
There's only one body left.
Yep. So you want to search that one with your 3, or you want me to just tell you?
You can just tell me.
You didn't find anything.
Perfect.
I am
Good thing
outraged.
I found that list of cult rankings.
I told you like the top 3 were like the people who would get to check and then immediately like 29, a 3, and a crit fail 3. I was like, yeah, no one's finding anything.
I found that list of call rankings.
Because you got a 20.
Yeah. I butchered a hide.
There you go. You
Yeah.
butchered your hide so badly you couldn't even justify taking any of it.
It wasn't worth it. Just kidding.
They're like, just kidding. I'm gonna just set that right back on top of that skin corpse.
You very loudly cry out like, man, this thing's hide is total crap.
Istrix just sitting there just laughing at me.
Super.
He's
super
just looking
gross.
at like there was some good meat on
Like-
there at some point.
I just disgraced what the hunt stood for as I just.
Bless you.
Thank you. I should
I
be the
can't
one.
bless.
I'm gonna-
One of the scrolls just kind of burns up.
as,
Like,
you see
no,
Istrick,
damn it.
as you see Istrick try to like make up for it for you,
It doesn't.
he fails sneaking, trying to like break off some scales, and actually makes it worse.
Oh god.
So he's just like, oh, it's a tough one. Just plays it off like it's nothing. It's just like, oh, shit,
Yeah. It's a real shit hide.
that is a real shit hide, right, Osiris?
Yeah.
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 So, all right, where was I? Ah, yes. Oh, it's 10:30. Perfect
Yeah.
time.
It
All
is
right.
that.
I'm gonna leave you guys on a quick cliffhanger. Everyone roll perception.
Roll for what?
Perception.
Roll for percussion.
Roll for boom. The strings.
And this might be you guys' like best set of perception, and then there's district.
I know
rolled
that every
14.
skill check like I've had tonight, except for like the saves, have been awful.
Jesus.
Aiden rolled an 18.
I
All right.
rolled 14.
So, yeah. So only X-Ray sees it, but off in the distance, over in this direction, there are 5 more winged kobolds, but they seem to be flying parallel to the road instead of along the road with you.
Can we end it on a fireball?
No, they are flying, and you'll probably just fire it off into the sky.
Into the sunset.
What you're saying is it's a giant beacon of where we are.
Yeah, that too.
It's a
I
giant.
mean, how far away are they?
They're close enough. You could probably, like, if you aimed it really well, you could hit one.
How far? Give me feet.
Too far for you to tell how many feet.
I need to know so I can actually gauge if I have something to do.
Okay, it is 200 feet.
Okay.
That good enough for you?
Yep. I need to get spell sniper. Then I can fuck your day up.
There you go.
Maybe one guy. But yeah, so with that in mind, the night ends. Not the night ends. This night ends.
Our night ends.
Yeah.
So everybody, as we continue to have them take daily small encounters that are, as I look into my next week's or 2 weeks from now schedule, will become more and more role play-y and less, what do you want to call it?
Murder
Murder.
hobo-y.
Yeah, less and less murder hobo-y.
Hey, apparently there was a proposal during this night.
Yeah, there was a straight-up proposal.
We'll have to deal with that later.
Yeah, what are the
Right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Night.
Sorry, I was late.